Welcome back to Syracuse, New York, for one final time for the exciting conclusion of the 2024 Syracuse Open, sponsored by the Pies Guys. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth today by Dan Brooks Wells. How's it going, Dan?
Doing fantastic. We saw a really cool front nine. We might see some weather for this back nine, so we'll see how that comes into play for everybody. Had to deal with some wind front nine. A couple of rough scores out there. Tough to get the birdies. Tell us what you saw.
Yeah, Harry Chace holding strong with a 3-stroke lead at the moment over Ethan Yawger. We've got plenty of guys looking to make one final push here at this tournament.
Yeah, we got a lot of wooded holes left or to start here on this back nine, and this is one of them. Hole 10, par 3, 234 feet. Very tight tunnel shot and a absolute drop off behind the basket. So don't go down there.
Harry Chace leading the way, obviously, whenever he can, going to go with this nice baby turnover putter shot, but just a bit wide on that one.
Yes, and Ethan is one of the main guys chasing Harry down. So he'll be looking for his shot and opportunity to get some strokes on him.
What a shot from Matt Miller. Super smooth backhand turnover there. Gets it to fade out at the very end and looks absolutely based. This one looks great too from Ezra.
Good. I like how they have that little, garden fence back there to catch those good shots sliding in.
Yeah, we love a hole that encourages an ace run,
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice birdie putt.
Yeah.
There from Ethan Yawger. Knocks it down. Looks like all three of these guys are... Oh, or did Ezra go over the fence, potentially?
Maybe. I guess he did, and he will go to a drop zone. So this is to save his par.
Just a bit low.
Unfortunate, but that definitely can happen pretty easily on this hole. And there's a nice tap-in birdie for Matt. Before they built that fence, I've been down that hill. It ain't pretty down there.
Wouldn't recommend.
No, 1 out of 10. Hole 11, par 3, 245 feet, straight to Hyzer shot. You can pick the outside route or this inside route, getting by those trees and skipping into this basket. So overstable putter, overstable mid, whatever works for you. But definitely one you're looking to have a putt at.
One leaked a little left for Ethan. You can see him asking for it to get down, but if it stayed clean, should have some sort of birdie putt.
Yeah, this is looking like a nice shot from Matt, as long as it can skip in there.
Well thrown from Chace as well. See if we can make it 4 for 4 clean shots off this tee pad. As Ezra's looking to turn his round around here. Last couple holes.
Oh,
asking for it to get left, and I think it does.
I think it does. I think he thought it was going to hit that middle tree. But you can see Ethan was a little early coming in, and he is left with something like a 50-footer.
He's had a bunch of putts in this 40, 50-foot range today. Connected on a couple of them. We'll see if he can keep that momentum going here.
Had the height, had the momentum, just a little strong on the right side. Just a bit low.
Yeah, some tough lies for those guys. Having to work with some trees in a tough lie here. Weird footing for Ethan.
Yeah, and
he stand on this log.
Yeah, a little awkward. We saw it on the front nine. He putts strong. So if he's gonna putt that strong, he's got to be able to make these comebackers.
Yeah,
and that one gets away from him.
It's gonna be a tough break, especially with Harry as close as he is for the birdie. Gonna drop 2 strokes there. Not what you're looking for down the stretch.
No, definitely not. Harry giving himself now going to be a 4-stroke cushion here. That's going to feel pretty good.
Yeah, 2-stroke swings happen all the time, so a 2-stroke lead is never feels good. But a 4-stroke lead with 7 holes left is starting to feel a little more comfortable.
But, can still happen here in the woods. Hole 12, par 3. Only 213 feet, but pretty guarded, very guarded green to get in here. So there is a little hyzer gap that you can take, but a lot of people like to take this left gap with either a flick or a little turnover backhand.
That is what Matt Miller is opting for, but catches that thick, big tree up by the green. Should still have an outside birdie look.
And this is, like you said before, Harry loves the shape of this type of shot. Little turnover putter.
Seeing the forehand option from Ezra. Gets a good kick at the end to maybe give him an outside look. Ethan with a great little touchy forehand, but not rewarded. That was a brutal kick and roll.
Yeah, and there's so many roots, as you can see from that big tree. There's so many roots and down trees on this hole that, anything can hit weird and roll and skip and do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, so this is where Ethan ended up. Got a tree in his way. He's got to work around, but spins it around it. Great birdie putt there to bounce back from the bogey on 11.
Yeah, very good. Harry here left with what seems like 25-ish feet. Just has a tree right behind him that makes it a little weird.
Yeah, can't do his normal staggered
I think he's
stance.
Pretty comfortable straddling.
Just has to decide which way he wants to go.
Well, he's going to listen to the tree with the arrow that says, go this side of me.
It's probably a wise decision. We'll see if it pays off. Oh, no.
Oh, man. The trees are sneaky like that.
The tree lied, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't trust him.
Well, Ethan does pick up one of those strokes back from Harry with that miss.
Yeah, not over by any means. This is a par comebacker for Lockington now. Running that long birdie putt, has this 25-footer, so not a lot of clean putts on this course.
Definitely not, a lot of places you could play putt. But that's a solid knockdown. We've seen a couple of those get away from him today, and that one's got to feel good. Matt with a similar predicament. Making sure these discs are nice and dry out here. This part of the course likes to hold water, so you can see a lot of mulch and stuff were put down for this event. Good solid strike.
Yep, hole 12 did play as the third easiest hole on the course, so these players definitely losing some strokes to the field.
Are you ready to elevate your disc golf game? Introducing the Rapid Routes Logbook, your ultimate tool for mastering the sport. Record shot shapes, analyze your performance, and discover your winning strategies. The Rapid Routes Logbook by Rapid Rivers. Chart your path to disc golf mastery. Get yours today at rapid-rivers.com. Just float.
Hole 13, par 4, 674 feet. Got to hit a tunnel out this gap and then getting it out to this field as far as you can. After that, you are trying to put a good move on this second shot into this open green. So this one obviously is really all about the drive. Just make sure you get out this gap.
Ethan does a nice job of that with a nice Hyzer flip forehand. Matt opting for the roller.
I love it. Matt just plays the game his way, you know? Just makes it work.
You love to see it. I think Harry clipped a limb there on his way out, but it didn't seem to affect the flight too much. Ezra's going to have the same fate there, going for a bit higher line.
This one seems like it needs to get down. Looks like it. I think it found its way over into the rough over there. So we are back out in the open. As you can see, Matt is running through a puddle. We are back out in the open, and the wind is howling.
Yeah, Ethan going to opt for the forehand on his approach here. Probably looking at something in that 300-foot range, and that is very well executed. Yeah. Skips it up nice and close.
Well done. Harry here. Nice swing right to left. Spikes it in. Looks like 15 feet for him.
Yeah, plays the wind well. Just a pitch up for Miller, and Lockington did stay on the edge of the woods, so he does have a nice circle's edge birdie putt, but just misses it a tad low. It's not been his day today.
There's a good birdie by Harry. Also knowing that Ethan is kind of right there for his birdie.
Yeah, we see the umbrellas coming out. Rain is on its way just in time for us to jump back out from the protection of the trees.
Just a few left to go here. Try and power through these last holes. A couple of holes coming up that have some OB, so we got some bad weather here. Could always come into play. This is one of them, hole 14, par 3, 269 feet. Pretty much water carry 240 feet to get onto this green. So just make sure you clear the water.
Ethan opts for the forehand and does stick the island. That is a good first step. Harry with an ace run.
Miller's getting the chant. That's a good shot there from Miller.
Nice, gets the green flag and the cheers from the gallery. Can we go with the Wendy's 4 for 4? The best shot of the group.
We sure can. There's a good solid putt from Harry. Keep it rolling here.
Yeah, that's a big one. Circle's edge.
Yeah.
Little bit of wind. Keeps the lead at 3, potentially 4, depending on the results of this hole. Matt with a 25-footer of his own, just a bit off.
It's all right. right, so this is obviously a big putt for Ethan here if he wants to stay in contention.
Yep. He's able to knock it down, keeps the lead at 3 with 4 to go. He's, I would think, has to at least birdie out to give himself a chance.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Any mistakes here by him, and he's probably done unless Harry finds disaster. But we can kind of hear the rain coming down more and more. So here is hole 15, par 3, 412 feet. OB Road on the left, OB Creek on the right. Hyzer shot in, straight shot in, whatever you'd like. Just make sure it stays in bounds.
This one is leaking a bit left. We will see if it hangs on.
Ooh, it does. Spikes in. So these guys are definitely dealing with some rain right now, slippage. This needs to get down.
Wow, and that one just hangs on as well.
Oh, and that was the stroke swing Ethan needed. But Harry does stay safe, and so does Ezra, almost going out the back. You don't have to think. Matt doesn't have to worry about it being safe. He knows it is.
Oh, and a great bid from
man.
deep.
So close.
Oh, and what a putt from Harry Chace.
Unbelievable.
Hits the band and still finds a way to drop in.
Does that band look a little tilted?
I think he hit it so hard that it knocked it off.
It knocked it off
course. Wow, what a clutch putt there. To keep the lead at 3, potentially bring it to 4, as Ethan is not too close himself. Going to have something like a circle's edge putt in the rain.
Yeah, time to focus up. Bear down.
Strong side.
Yeah. Solid bid, just a bit right. He's just had a few of those, just a little high, a little left. Unable to stick one when he really needed it. Here is Matt after that long bid for his par putt. Solid. Harry Chace with 4 strokes, 3 holes left to go. Hole 16, par 4, 606 feet. You're just trying to crush one here off the tee. Crushing it, trying to get over this road, and then trying to work your way up this hill. OB on the left side. You can see the posts. And you got to get it up here under these trees.
And you can see in the brief amount of time what the players walked to hole 16, it is absolutely downpouring.
Yeah, this is crazy. Oh, Ethan. That is gone. I don't think it's OB.
Well, when you throw as far as Ethan does,
Actually,
you find OB that
be.
You don't even think is in play.
Oh my gosh. That's one of those things they put in the caddy book where you're just like, why'd they even put that in there?
Yeah. Or the TD forgets to doesn't put it in the caddy book because they think who could possibly throw this far.
Right. But Matt is saved by the pole, and I love this flight out of Ezra. That is just absolutely smoked up the hill.
Yeah, it gets the full max distance flight. Yeah, look at that. You can see where that line is. Just barely inbounds. Uh-oh. But this is not going to hold on.
The most overstable disc in the world. Matt, a little bit too much.
Not a bad recovery shot from Ethan. It's going to have an outside look to save the par. at this point, just looking to kind of solidify that second place from anyone that could be coming up from the Chace card. I'm sure he'll be checking the scores.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe today was tee time, so we should pretty much know what the score is for that.
This is for par from about circle's edge. Just a bit off.
Just a little insurance there. And Harry really picked it up on this back nine. He struggled on the front, getting his birdies, but he definitely picked it up here.
Yeah, the lead got down to 2 on hole, I think that was hole 12. But since then, Harry has really just, like you said, locked in and finished strong.
Good putt by Matt. Getting a little love from the crowd.
The most local out of the folks on the card, so definitely getting that love.
Yeah, you got to root for him. I don't care if it's a quadruple bogey. You got to clap for him. There's a good birdie by Ezra. Absolutely smoked the drive and put it really close. And here's Ethan again for a long comebacker. Able to knock that one down.
I'm just gonna post wet putters, like you dry them off and they get too sticky.
You know, I've heard that before. My buddy Blake Kelly says, wet on wet, just go ahead and putt it. Hole 17, par 4, 645 feet, pretty uphill. So this is unique because the hill goes way off to the left, way off to the right. So you got to make sure you just stay straight. And once you get up there, you're pitching up to this basket, which has been tucked back since recent years.
Rain jacket on for Harry, and it seems to be working. That is a very nice drive. Absolutely smoked up the hill. This one from Ezra is thrown very well also.
Yeah. Anything on top, and you're going to be able to see the basket. So it's just not. These guys are making it look easy. It is not easy to get it on top of that hill.
Big forehand for Miller. Good stability. Gets a nice full flight out of that one.
Yeah, I'd say, especially like locally, that's more of the common landing zone. We'll have to see where that one got to.
Standstill forehands, pretty common, especially with that steep of a slope to throw the run up from. I'm surprised we see Ezra going to a knee there. Maybe he had to work around that one tree, but overturns that. Going to find the left side rough. And is Harry just throwing a putter into this hole?
Yeah.
That drive was absolutely smoked.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. Just a pitch up from Ethan. Probably looking at scores, knowing he doesn't have to run that one. Why not? Why not give it a bid from where Ezra was? Here's Matt for his birdie.
And just a pitch up as well.
Yeah. Seems like the rain just came out of nowhere and went and just left out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was a very weird 10-minute spell that came through. But these players, they survived it.
Yeah, they did. Especially Harry. Harry didn't just survive. He thrived in it. This dude, he's gotten the last, I think, 5 holes in a row.
Correct, yeah. Mistaken. 13 through 17. Just an insane back 9 so far with just 1 hole left. And pulled away would be an understatement here for how he's finishing this round.
And we are at hole 18. Why don't you just go ahead and throw your entire bag once you get up to this hole. It's absolutely beautiful. This is a par 3, 526 feet, way downhill. OB on the right side, an OB parking lot deep that doesn't usually come into play. So throw whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. You can get a putter or mid there. Most people throw fairway distance driver. But Harry opts for the safe play and just throws a little dump shot. Perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, no matter what he does, he's probably laying up that putt either way.
Yeah.
So Ethan would like to birdie this one. If he checks the scores, he will see that Danny Moynihan is also at 20 under par at the moment. So that is the score for second place. These shots all kind of having pretty similar results, coming up a bit short left.
Yeah, you really need to like get it turning and riding down this hill. This one might have the distance to get him in C2 or C1.
Wow.
That was smoked.
What a great tee shot to finish the day there from Lockington.
Yeah, the crowd absolutely loves it.
So Matt Miller from deep and his tournament on a high note. He's running it. Not a bad effort.
Not the day Matt was not the day Matt was hoping for, but he definitely picked it up a little bit to kind of salvage his round. And
all right, so this putt from Ethan for solo second place from about circle's edge or so.
yeah. A couple of those today, but either way, solid play from him.
A good tournament, yeah.
Yeah. He's a young player. He's I want to say like 18, something like that.
Yeah, 18 or 19. Still very young, still a ton of potential. He's put up some dumb rounds in Lancaster, like 1080 rounds. So the kid is he's got a bright future in front of him.
Yeah.
Now the Canadian Ezra Lockington to finish his tournament on a high note here. Just a bit off as well. The putt seemed to be a common theme for Ezra, Ethan, and Matt. Just didn't quite have it today, and it seemed to make the difference.
It did, and it's tough. I mean, these conditions were not easy to putt in. It's obviously wet and rainy now, but even in the wind, like I would rather putt in the rain than the wind, if I'm being honest.
I would choose neither if I was given the option, but I don't disagree with
one,
you.
Nathan.
I can't just have a nice sunny day, Dan. Like, come on.
No, dude.
Well, these guys were unfortunate enough to get both, so
right, exactly.
I feel bad for them, but this is what we sign up for sometimes. Can't
true.
Control the weather. Just make it work.
Absolutely. This is what we do for fun, right?
Exactly. It's fun.
Stand
We
out
have
in
to
the
we have
rain.
to remind ourselves that sometimes. So here is Ezra to finish his day. That'll give him a 14th place finish. Matt Miller will tap in for a top 10. Nicely done. But today was all about, and this weekend, was all about this man right here, Harry Chace, bogey-free 8 under par to win by 7 strokes here at this year's Syracuse Open. What a performance.
Just dominating.
Your 2024 Syracuse Open MPO champion, Harry Chace!
Just a quick thank you to all the volunteers out here this weekend. What a tournament. I mean, food being provided, circle lines. So many people out to work on Thursday. So thank you to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Harry Chace, for putting on an absolute show for us. All 3 rounds, having him on coverage was so special to watch, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. Harry's been grinding this year. He's been working really hard on that putt, and it shows. He, I mean, except for the front 9 of the last round, I mean, he was dominant on the putting green.
Yeah, dominant is a great way to put it. Shout out to Jesse Longenecker for that hot round of the final round. Shot 10 under par. Very impressive for a 4th place finish. Thank you to Elevation Discs for supporting this coverage. And thank you all for tuning in and watching. Make sure to subscribe to HyzerMedia's YouTube channel. We will have next day coverage of the Kansas City Wide Open coming up later this month. But until then, for Dan Brooks Wells, I'm Nathan Johnson. We'll see you next time.